Alright, here we go. Round 3, the finals, game 1, and I am going to keep this even though I can't actually cast any spells in my hand. I've got 3 out of my 4 colors, even though blue is sorely lacking, and I draw something that's not blue. I should be able to draw into it. If not, I should be able to draw into a morph or something along those lines. Oh, the Valley Dasher. That thing is going to eat my face. Okay, so the War Shrieker is not as good as one might hope. Alright, so that goes there. And then I'm going to F6. That Valley Dasher is going to probably hit me for like 6 to 8. So, yeah, this first game could go poorly. Yeah, no blue to play that. So we're going to do this and not actually have a turn 3 play in cons. Alright, here comes this guy, give me down to 15, even though he has had nothing else. So this is where he gets his own War Shrieker in, I assume? Summit Prowler. Okay, that's pretty bad too. Well, at 4 mana, let's see. I guess I can Jeskai Charm that guy back up to the top and hold 4 damage off of my face. Into what? A War Shrieker does eat that. See, I feel like that's actually the most responsible thing to do right now. So we're going to War Shrieker, even though we don't get any free mana off of it, just because it eats the Dasher. By eats the Dasher, I mean walks into some sort of combat trick with the Dasher. But that is the position I'm currently in. If I can pull out of this, then I get a Whirlwind Adept, Jeskai Wind Scouts, and then I've got all different kinds of stuff. So I will attempt to eat the Valley Dasher, which even if I do, it's easily done its job by now, and fall to 11. Another one? Really? Man. That's interesting. I would think that you would play that first to get some free damage, but to each their own. Okay. What do I want to do here? This eats another Dasher. I guess I have to just let a Whirlwind Adept go here. I mean, or I could put it on top of the deck. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold a Jeskai Charm. I'm going to put that on top of the deck. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Do it like this. Actually, I feel like I can probably do it now, so that he doesn't draw any kind of trick to get around it. Yeah. So we'll do that. I'll put you on top. As such. Draw into it, eat a Valley Dasher. And then after that, maybe I get some more mileage out of things. The +1/+1 and lifelink doesn't quite get this to the point where it can eat that guy. Alright, he's going to Arrow Storm my guy, and I don't have anything to do about that. So the Dasher will get through. Okay, I think at this point I might even just play Whirlwind Adept. Let's see, 1, 2, I've got 5. Now, I hope I draw some business. Alright, that was not the business I wanted to draw. Got 3. Okay, so Jeskai Wind Scout. Yeah, I can Jeskai Charm to give him +1, so he'll gain 4 to kind of keep me back in the game. I mean, that's... No. Oh, I don't even have the mana to make a play that bad. Yeah, I am just going to have to continue to be awful and let this trade for the Dasher. And then the Whirlwind Adept is probably going to trade for his, so I can get another blue mana out. Alright, so basically it's bricking at this point. And by at this point, I mean he has been bricking, and that's the only thing that's been saving me. Okay. So we trade those. Hopefully now we're off tilt as we see the 4-3. Yep. Why are you not playing these Okay. Well, I've got a 3-1, so that can trade there. A 4-2 could eat that unless he had some sort of play, which he probably does. I only have a single blue is one of the problems. I suppose the best thing to do here is just to play out the adept. Like that, and let it trade off with the Summit Prowler and take 1 or 2 off the Swift Spear. And the next turn I can Misfire Weaver as a morph, and then Jeskai Charm to pump it to a 3-3, gain a little bit of life. I mean, all these options are pretty bad. Of course, I could make this a 6-4 with lifelink and get back in the game that way. If he gets me to 5 and he has an Arrow Storm, though, I'm dead. So I'm not going to let myself get down to 5. I'm going to stick with the original plan of trading my bad creatures for his slightly worse creatures, which is always a winning plan. Okay, and he just straight up plays a 4-5. So I can make this into a 4-2, which is not enough to deal with that. Just return it, which is probably what I will do. I can put this face down to try to fend off some sort of removal spell. Okay. So, let's try that. As such, I can Jeskai Charm, I can flip this. I'll probably end up Jeskai Charming on his attack. I'm going to need some removal at this point because a 4-5 is going to gnaw on my life total fairly quickly. Arc Lightning, so that's not good, huh? Although, he did also target me with the Arc Lightning. So I can make that bigger, I can do it 3-3, or I can just make him untargetable. So I'll do that. Target himself. If he comes in with both, I'll probably unfortunately trade that off for the Swift Spear. Although that would put me in burn range. Not this turn, but burn range nonetheless. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't like this one bit. We'll trade that off and see if he ends up burning me out. Well, if I had something to attack, that would be peachy keen. I unfortunately do not have something to attack, so I can't kill. Can send it back to the top of the library, though. Especially if he wants to shuffle. Fortunately, he does not try to shuffle, so I am forced to make the play. So that goes back to the top. You know what I have to deal with. That was unpleasant. Okay. Hopefully he uses his Flooded Strand here. Yeah, this first game was ugly. Really? He did it. He just shuffled in a creature that could easily hit me. I am losing to an opponent who just made that play. Fantastic. If you watch this, I apologize. I was not trying to be rude. I'm just saying, you had me. You probably still do. This is going to require some fantastic top decking by me to do anything of any kind of merit. Okay, that's a good start, though. If he ever gets an Arrow Storm, that is the end of me. I've already used both my Jeskai charms, so there goes the lifelink. Okay, Horde Chief is pretty good against me. Foothills, I'm not sure that I really want to use that. Just let that sit there in my hand. I suppose I have to Arrow Storm this just because it could be lethal. See, if I attack first, I give him an opportunity to block, which I would be fine with. So I'll do that, just because then the Arrow Storm will deal more damage, just in case there's some reason that 4 damage would not kill it, but 5 would. Okay. So let's take that out. Alright, back to the top deck war. I've got him at 15 with a 4-powered attacker. Still gives him plenty of turns to draw out. Alright. Speaking of drawing out, if I could get myself a fireball, I think I have this game in hand. So I've got a 5% chance of drawing the win off the top. Alright, does he draw a real card? What's he got? 4, 9. Oh, Treasure Cruise. That is, in fact, a real card, and that will probably be the death of me. Probably should have grabbed that Treasure Cruise during some point in the draft, so my opponent did not beat me about the head and shoulders with it. Okay, so he's got a 5-2, which probably would have been better face down there, bub. But I have to respect it. Unscarred Crag. Okay, well that does not change the fact that the 5-2 kills me. So I will play it, but I will not swing into it. So he'll force me to trade here. Defiant Strike. Okay. So he cycles his 4 live cards against my 0 live cards. Still have a 1 in 19 chance to draw my fireball off the top. Okay, for some reason he does not threaten my life. Now I would have threatened me. Alright, get another dead card out of the deck. I now have a 1 in 18 chance. Alright, so Jeskai with Defiant Strike, Treasure Cruise, Valley Dasher, Arc Lightning, huh? Well, that does in fact do it. Arrow Storm. Couple of Valley Dashers, okay. So this is the part where he kills me. Alright, so I need to deal with the Valley Dasher strategy, which almost certainly means that I take out my awful 4-2. So let's get this Whirlwind Adept out of there. Wind Scouts, okay. I don't even think I've seen the Falconer so far, man. Haven't seen the Sentinels either. This Fireweaver's not quite as good as it would otherwise be. Got my own Valley Dasher, but that doesn't really do a good job of blocking Valley Dashers. Sandbar might actually be good here. Mentor just blocks it. Maybe that's what I want to be doing. Maybe I just want a wall. So I think I put a wall in there. Is anything else subpar? I mean, I've got a whole bunch of morphs here. This doesn't really have toughness, but it's still a morph. Maybe Summit Prowler's not quite as good. Maybe I take out the Summit Prowler for something that's just going to block something smaller. Getting a 2-drop there. What else? What else? Got 2 morphs. There's another morph. Another one that's got a good back end. Okay. I don't see anything here. Looks terrible. Although no, Falconer's just good in general, right? Yeah, it's got 3 toughness. It's good. Okay, I'm gonna try running it like this. Wetland Sandbar. I didn't think I would be boarding you in, but here we are. And here I am